Alright guys, howdy. This is Max with you today. I'm going to be showing you how to make some pancakes worth having. First off, boom, cup of flour. Alright, this is good. Alright, put the flour away, store it, get it out of your way. You are done with it. You have finished your use of the flour. No more flour is required. Some people prefer to use cocaine, to each their own. I will be using flour. Alright, next, you take, well, 1 egg for every cup that you're using. So I'm using 1 cup, 1 egg. I'm only cooking for 2 people. Alright, now if you'll notice, India Doria likes to get those cage-free eggs. Stick with that shit. It's healthy for the chickens. You don't want to hurt your chickens. See, this is the egg that a good quality chicken that's healthy produces. Alright, this is what you want. If it doesn't look like this, and if you can't shake it and hear the little yolk jumping around in there, then chances are you're not going to end up giving birth to a live chicken. Alright, which is what you want. You want to have an actual chicken in your dough. Alright, crack it on the side. Bust it open real quick, let it seep out, but make sure you don't get any of those eggshells in there because you don't want to bite one of those. And it will survive the cooking process. Alright, now that you add that in there, go rinse your hands because you got egg yolk on your hands. Alright, I'm back. I rinsed the egg yolk off my hands. Boom. Alright. Next, add some milk. No. Oh, fresh milk. Oh, by the way, reduced fat, organic 2% milk. It's that good shit. Alright. Now, a lot of people like to measure out. Alright, hello guys, we're back with our Simple Truth organic milk. I'm holding it up because it's open top. Alright, now, as I was saying, a lot of people like to measure out how much they're going to use of their ingredients. I do not believe that this will help one build upon their cooking skills, so I like to eyeball most of what I use. Use enough milk, just enough milk that it's going to whip up. Then keep the milk handy. If you need more, you can throw it in there. Bust that egg up real quick. Alright, you want to get everything around the sides. Alright, I'm probably going to need a little more milk. Give it a little more. Best to use not enough than too much. Too much, everything gets runny, and then you have to use more flour. But not enough, you just add a little more milk. It's easier to add milk than water, or milk than flour, because you got to add more flour. You got to compensate in all the other ingredients you're using as well. Alright, now it's all mixed up properly, nice and whipped. So, I'm going to look at the consistency. This is a little bit of a tight consistency. So, just a little bit more. Drop or 2. Kind of like oatmeal at this point, you know, adding a little bit goes a long way. Alright. Still, this is really thick.
I like it thick. Just like I like lemon.
I was just going to say, just like I like my woman, Jesus. Alright, a little bit more. It's got to be runny enough to make it out of the dish. Alright, now when you're whipping, you want to kind of get it against the side just so that it gets all the particles broken down and mixed thoroughly. I mean, this is mixed thoroughly, but I'm just demonstrating technique. Alright. So, oh, is that my lemon juice? Alright, next we add lemon juice. Again, no real portion size, just this is fresh squeezed lemons. I usually use the lemon juice that comes in a fat bottle, but a big old bottle. But Miss Doria likes to use authentic, fresh ingredients. So, here we are. See, I'm learning something new every day too. Currently, fresh squeezed lemon juice adds more, or rather, makes it less viscous. This is good. Alright, next we have ground cinnamon. Alright, a little sprinkle of that. mix it in. Make it. Oh, I can smell it from here. Oh yeah, it's that good stuff. And you're gonna notice, yes, it is well mixed and whipped up. You're gonna notice when you put the cinnamon in, tiny little ground bits of cinnamon. That's what happens when you add cinnamon to things. Alright? Now, baking powder. This is one of those things you want to be really careful with. Too much baking powder can go too far away. Not enough won't do anything. Usually you're gonna add about a tablespoon of baking powder. No, teaspoon. About a teaspoon. 1 to 2 teaspoons, not a whole tablespoon. It's too much from a tablespoon. Alright. It depends on how much you're using. Obviously, you double that up if you're making a double recipe, so on and so forth. But we're going off of, and this entire recipe is based off of how much flour you're using. So in this case, I'm using Bisquick, and I'm using 1 cup of Bisquick. So I'm using, based on that 1 cup or 1 egg, approximately a half to 2/3 of a cup of milk or so, and then 1 teaspoon or tablespoon, respectively, of whatever else I'm using, like the vanilla. 1 teaspoon. Right now, this is pure vanilla extract straight from Mexico. Mexican vanilla is very different, much more pungent than the type of even pure vanilla extract that you find in America. So you need to go very light on it. Not a whole teaspoon, but rather just a drop, or a couple drops, maybe like 3 drops. All right, you see that? Tiny little bit, not much at all. All right. And if you could smell through video, you would know why. This stuff is ridiculously pungent. If you put too much, it will overpower the flavor of your pancakes, which is this grossly vanilla smell. You don't want that. Alright? What else am I thinking? Anything else you can think of? No? Alright. Alright guys, I think this is everything that we need. Aside from our... Oh, by the way, these are dark chocolate chip pancakes. Dark chocolate chips because dark chocolate tastes just as, tastes comparably as sweet to milk chocolate. The milk chocolate has added unhealthy sugars and can be painful for people with sensitive teeth, much like myself, to be able to eat comfortably. So instead, very often, I substitute the milk chocolate or semi-sweet morsels that a lot of people use for dark chocolate instead, although these are some pretty big morsels, honestly. So these chocolate chips are one of those things that I just leave up to eyeballing. You definitely don't need too many, especially if they're large size chocolate chips. If you're using like the tiny little semi-sweet morsels and whatnot, you can just kind of sprinkle them all in there. Alright, mix this up a little bit. Now the morsels aren't going to mix in very evenly for obvious reasons. They're literally like just a solid chunk of chocolate, right? So those are just going to kind of melt and disperse throughout your mix as you cook. At that point, you kind of just got to be careful and make sure when you're scooping out your pancake portions with the ladle to get a solid amount of morsels per scoop. So, voila, you have a nice bowl ready to cook. Beautiful pancake mix. See my sauce. Alright. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. This is Casper with the prep. And we'll be back with the cooking process when we get started. Alright, guys. Welcome back. We're on the cooking portion. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of running a tester pancake, just to see how the pan is, but here we are. This tiny little mini pancake. Get it started up and cooking. If one side goes too fast and gets burnt up, then I'll have to turn it down, let it cool down for a little bit. But at the moment, we're sort of good. So I got it set on 3 out of 6 settings on this stovetop burner, this open flame. I'm not used to cooking on these, so we'll see how this goes. I'll probably have to turn it down. I think it might be a little hotter than I thought. But that all depends on how quickly it cooks through. Oh God. Oh, yeah, that cooked incredibly fast. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn this down. These open flame stoves are definitely different. I am concerned. Here's why. Usually, it takes probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes for a pancake to fully cook, even if it's in an iron skillet on the stovetop that I'm used to using. The surface is cooked in no time flat, like literally within about 15-20 seconds of me putting this pancake on face down, it was ready for me to flip over and cook the other side of. So I'm concerned that the center might not be cooked fully. I'm going to take it off, see how it looks. Alright guys, full-blown pancake, full size. See how that goes. Alright, pancake started off. There we go. Alright. So, given the fact that Miss Doria and I, by the way, Miss Doria is also cooking with us. She is present. Alright. So, what you're going to want to do when you're making the pancakes, alright, I don't know if this is high def enough for you to be able to tell, but essentially, not because of the lighting. Well,
True.
When you're looking at the, when you're looking at the pancake in the pan, alright? Alright, so here you are, much better view. Alright, so you're going to see at first when you dump it, it's going to be nice and shiny, kind of like the oil on there, right? You're going to get a gleam off it, right? But after a while, it's going to start to dull on the top a little bit, and it's going to fluff up. That's when you know that it's ready to flip. That means that it has cooked fairly thoroughly through that bottom side of the pancake, and all you need to do is seal off the other side.
And the bubbles.
Boom. And, well, bubbles as well, but also given how thick I make my pancakes, very often the bubbles don't make it all the way through.
What's going on over here, guys?
Oh, yeah, that Oh, see? This is what happens when you got nicely cooked, nicely seasoned carbs and meats in a good, well, skillet. Skillet! Let's kill it!
What?
We should do like a relationship hacks page. Relationship hack, instead of arguing constantly, try actually talking and discussing problems.
No. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm India. That was Max. That was entirely random. We don't know if this is actually going to be a segment on the channel, but if you guys enjoyed it, please definitely let us know in the comments, or you can tweet, or you can Instagram. I don't know. Just find some way to get the message across. Send a carrier pigeon if you have to, because I would honestly love to see that. I mean, as long as it doesn't carry diseases like most pigeons do. But yeah, the pancakes were delish. The breakfast scramble was delish. Let me know what you guys think. If you want the actual typed up recipe, we can try to work out exactly what we used and then post it. But if not, if you don't like dark chocolate chips, then why are you here? This was a long video. And for those of you that actually reached the end of the video and you're still here with me, I appreciate you. I do. You the MVP. Alright, bye Curlies. Wait.